So the first problem is, this is an inequality problem, so I'm going to read it for you, and you can also follow along. I found a way to paste the problems into the whiteboard, so you should be able to see it now. So for which of the following values of k will the value of 7k minus 15 be greater than 6? So greater than, it's, if there is a word greater than, less than, greater or equal to, this is an inequality problem. You should be able to spot it right away. And we're just going to set up this inequality just exactly the way it says. 7k minus 15 greater than 6. So it'll be 7k minus 15 is greater than 6. Exactly what the problem says. Okay? So we're just going to go ahead and solve it. You basically pretend that this greater sign is like an equal sign if it's confusing you at first. So you can just pretend that it's like a little equal sign. This way it'll look more like an equation, but really is not. But for now, you treat it just as an equal sign. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So 7k, we're going to add 15 to both sides so we can move 15 over. So if we add 15 to the left side, we're going to be left just with 7k. And it's more than 6 plus 15, since we're adding 15 here as well. So then we get 7k is bigger than or greater than 21. And then we divide both sides by 7. Pretty simple. So if we divide 7k by 7, we'll get k. More than, and then 21 divided by 7, I'm sorry, is 3. So k is more than 3. Now you want to be careful. So we have choices here. We have choice A, which is 1, choice B, which is 2, and obviously they don't apply. Now we have a choice of C of 3 and choice of D. So as I was solving this problem, I got caught by this mistake. You see, I chose answer C at first, and a good thing I have the answer sheet, because I was able to check. See, it's a little bit confusing. K is more than 3, but it says, for which of the following values of k will the value of 7k minus 15 be greater than 6? So hey, k more than 3. Hey, there's 3. Here's 3. Choice C. That is not the case. K here is not equal to 3. If we had k equal 3, then C would be a right choice. It specifically asks you for which values of k, this particular inequality would be greater than 6, right? So this way, it's not going to be choice C like I picked. It's not going to be choice C. I made that mistake myself. It's going to be choice D, because if it's not k equal to or k more than equal to, it's k more than 3. Because if you try to use 3 here, let's try to use 3 just to give you an example. 7 times 3 minus 15 is more than 6. So what do we get? 7 times 3 is 21 minus 15, and it says more than 6. So if we solve this, it will say 6 is more than 6. This is absolutely incorrect statement. You see, completely incorrect statement. Therefore, it would work for an equation, but it does not work for inequality. So do not get caught up with this. The right answer is 4. So k has to be more than 3. It cannot be equal to 3. It has to be more than 3. Therefore, the answer is D, or 4. So does anybody have any questions about this? Yes, it's the easiest one that I put down. So yes, good. So no questions. Okay, awesome. So I guess I'll move on to the next one. Let me pull up my next one. Okay, so does everybody see a blank with a blank whiteboard with the new problem? Hopefully you guys can see that, otherwise I have to reshare it. Let me see this. No, it doesn't. Okay. Here, now you should be able to see it. Now you should be able to see it. Okay, if anybody doesn't see it, yes, okay, perfect. So this is a second problem. Again, when 9 times the number k is added to 24, the result is 42. So the result, that means it is equality. It is equality. It's an equation or equality, not an inequality, right? So we're just going to write it, specifically what it says. 9 times the number k. 9 times the number k is added to 24. We add 24 to it. The result is the answer, right? The solution is 42. That's it. There is no such saying as equal or more than, greater than, less than. So it is, the result is, therefore result is the sign equal. So what number results when 3 times k is added to 15? So they're asking you what kind of number is going to be if you already know k, and you're trying to do the equation solution for 3 times k plus 15. So, but before then, you need to find out what k is. You need to solve for k. Again, it's a fairly simple, straightforward equation. It's a little bit confusing. It's confusing of what they're asking, right? In the problem. So, but if you just ignore kind of like what they're asking for the second part, what number results, it's fairly straightforward. You have one equation, one unknown. So that's all you need is to solve for k. And again, that's pretty self-explanatory. So we got 9k. We're going to subtract 24 from both sides. So there's going to be nothing. 9k, 42 minus 24 on the side. So I get 9k equals 18. So you divide both sides by 9, k equals 2. So don't stop here. Again, SAT problems can be, they want to trick you sometimes, right? So you go, oh, I found k. Yes, that's my answer. K equals 2. No, you're not done yet. So if you put k equals 2, guess what? You flunked that question. You got to keep going, because now you're getting to the second part of the question, to actual question, right? So you set up your equation, you solved your equation. Now you have to get to the question that they are asking for, to the answer they're asking for. So what number results when 3 times k? So 3 times k is added to 15. So plus 15. What number will it be? So that's simple. Now it's simple. So 3 times 2. So k equals 2. That's what we found earlier. Plus 15. So what did I get here? I got 21. So the answer is 21. Okay. So again, like I said, the questions are so simple, but some of these little tiny things, like you did not finish reading the question, or you misinterpret, or you just forgot to look what are they asking for, can really they can catch you. So does anybody have any questions about this problem, with this problem? Okay, I guess I don't see anything, so I'm going to go ahead. Wow, we're moving so fast. I just started at 8. It's already 8:14. What are we going to do for the rest of the time? No, I'm just kidding. We got another problem to go through. So okay, let me pull up problem 3, and I'm going to share it. Okay, so this is I guess a little bit more difficult problem. So in the equation above, j and k are constants. If the equation has infinitely many solutions, what is the value of j times k? Okay, so they're giving us one equation, but if you can see, we've got three unknowns in this equation. So we've got j as unknown, x as unknown, and k as unknown. So to solve this equation without plugging in any numbers is impossible, because you in order to solve some anything, you have to have the same number of equations as unknowns. So if you have, like, say, three unknowns, then you have to have three equations in order to solve for all the unknowns. Well, in this case, it's impossible, but we do need to figure out what j times k is, right? We have to figure it out. That's what the problem is asking for. So, but we do have a really good hint. The hint here, the equation has infinitely many solutions. They do not limit us on, what j is, it cannot be, or x cannot be, or k cannot be. They just say infinite. So I mean, I'm sorry, what x cannot be, right? So the equation has infinitely many solutions. Like, you can pick from negative infinity to positive infinity. So, and to make it easier, I mean, I intuitively solved it, but you guys might need a little bit more practice. So what I did is, first thing is I set x to 0, so I can get rid of some of the unknowns. So because if it has infinitely many solutions, that means we can set x to just about anything we want. So just to make it easier, or to solve it, I set x to 0. So once I set x to 0, the first term, this term, minus 7/5 j times 0 will go away, right? Because anything times 0 equals 0. Then I get minus 14/15 equals 3 times 0 plus k. So as you can see, two terms just fall out because they are zeros. So now you have your first solution here. Minus 14 divided by 15 equals k. So this is your k. Now we need to find j. So again, because we have infinitely many solutions, we can set x to anything else. But now we cannot set x to 0, because if we set x to 0, j will just disappear again, and we can't solve for j. So now I'm going to pick another term for x that would work with j. So I just picked 1, because you can pick probably another number, but I picked 1 because it's easier to deal with. 1, you don't have to really multiply by anything or divide, it ends up being the same number. So I set x to 1 this time. So now I'm going to have minus 7/5 j times 1. So j we're going to keep now. It doesn't just disappear. Minus 14/15 equals 3 times 1. So this term will stay as well, plus k. And I know what k is now, so I'm just going to add that in. It's minus 14/15, right? So here I see something good, that we can just eliminate negative 14/15. They're on both sides. So this way we can just, we can eliminate those two terms. They're identical. So now we're left with simple stuff, minus 7/5 j equals 3. Boom. So very simple. We'll just do a little bit of rearrangement. So we're gonna do that, multiply both sides by 5. So we get minus 7j equals 3 times 5 equals, okay, 3 times 5, yes. So then we're gonna divide both sides by negative 7. So we can leave j by itself. So if we do that, we're gonna get 15 divided by minus 7 over here, like that. So this is our j term. So now again, you see, as I was solving it, I was in a rush, and I'm like, yeah, I got my answer, j minus 15/7, right? So I go look at my answer, and I say, something is wrong. Again. So we've got, we solved for two things, right? And then we kind of forgot what is it we're saying. Oh, I got minus 15/7. See, and also the multiple choice is not given to you in this case, because some problems, I don't know if you know or not, but some problems, they do not have multiple choice. You have to just write in a number. So you go, oh, I got my answer. No, you did not. What does the question ask for? The question is asking for what is the value of j times k? So you have not solved your problem yet. You just found k and you just found j, but you did not find the answer that they're looking for. So we just need to do our final step, which is a very easy step. But again, if you skip it because you don't read it, or you're in a rush, or you want to get to your next question, you know, you're not gonna, get this question right, even though you solved most of it, right? So j times k will be minus 15/7 multiplied by minus 14/15. So negatives will cancel, 15s will cancel. So we're left with 14 divided by 7, or 2. So this is our actual answer, 2. J times K equals 2. And that is the answer to our problem. Okay, so this is our third problem. Does anybody have any questions for that? We actually have some more time, because then I can probably pick some more questions for you guys. If nobody has any questions, we can solve some more. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna find my book that I use, and then let's see, and then I'm gonna pull something out of it so we can solve some more questions. Just give me a little bit of time. Okay. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, so I got another question. So let me quickly upload it on the board. So I'm going to erase everything real quick. Okay. Okay, I got another question uploaded here. In the equation above, j and k are constants. Oh, sorry, let me find the equation. I did not. Oh, this is a more complicated equation. This is a power equation, but hey, I didn't realize you guys can still practice. This is a little bit different, but this is for the future. But next time I'm gonna get more questions like the linear equations. Those are a little bit different, but hey, you're gonna get a little bit more practice, right? So it never hurts. So let me. This is the equation here. Okay. It definitely is not a linear equation, but you get to learn, or not learn, actually refresh a little bit about power. Right? Okay. So in the equation above or next to it, j and k are constants. if the equation is true for all positive real values of x and y, what is the value of j minus k? Okay, so I have not solved it yet, but I can attempt to solve it. And then if I'm not solved and if I haven't solved it, I will let you guys know. I'll post it in your portal or online. Okay, so first we're gonna have to open a parenthesis. So this is our exponents. It's an exponential problem. So you need to know how to operate the exponents. So how do we open a parenthesis? Let me switch it to my pencil. Okay. So we got x to the power of 4 times y to the power of 5. And then in the parentheses, they are both in the power of 1 over 4. So what kind of rule do we apply here? Oops. We need to apply the rule of multiplying the exponents, right? The rule is like that. If you have x to the power of a, and then the whole thing is to the power of b, it's actually x is to the power of a times b. This is the exponent rule. So if you say x to the power of 4 and you multiply it by 1/4, it's just going to be x, or x to the power of 1. Make sense? It's x to the power of 4 times 1 over 4 to the power of 1 over 4 equals x. So now y is going to be to the power of 5/4. Does that make sense? Okay. Next one, we're going to open next parenthesis. So I'm going to put this into parenthesis for now. My next one is x to the power of 8 times y to the power of 5, and they're both in parentheses to the power of 1/5. Again, so this time I have x to the power of 8/5, like that, and then y to the power of 1, because 5 times 1/5 is just 1, or y. And then here we've got equals x to the power of j divided by 5, y to the power of k divided by 4. Okay, I'm still not done with the left side, because even though I open the parentheses, now I have some like terms. I have like terms. What are my like terms? My like terms is x to the power of 1, and then x to the power of 8/5. So now I'm going to have to deal with those. Okay, so first I'm going to deal with x. So x to the power of 1 times x to the power of 8/5, like that, right? And then I'm going to multiply it by y to the power of 5/4 times y. Okay, so now for this particular rule, when you say x multiply x to some power multiplied by x and some other power, it's actually going like this: x to the, say, to the power of a, x to the power of b. It will be x a plus b. So this is a different rule that you have to apply. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. It's just basically going to be x to the power of 1 and 8/5. We're going to simplify it later. And then y to the power of 1 and 5/4. Okay, so now what they want us to know is j and k. Okay, so what do we see? Likeliness. We already see that x to the power of j divided by 5, or here we have x to the power of 1 and 8/5. And then y is also set up very well for us too. Y is to the power of k divided by 4, and we already have 4 in the denominator for the y exponent. So if we already have it set up like that, we're just going to have to change, get rid of this 1 and put it as an improper fraction, put it into the improper fraction versus like 1 and 8/5, right? So this is what we're going to do. So x in x to the power of the improper fraction. So it's going to be 1 times 5, which is 5, plus 8 is 13. So it'll be x to the power of 13/5. So I just changed 1 and 8/5 to just 13/5. Okay. And then y is going to be the same thing. It's going to be 1 times 4, which is 4, plus 5, which is 9. 9/4. So that's another improper fraction. And now I'm going to equate this to x to the power of j divided by divided by 5, and then y to the power of k divided by 4. So do you see the similarity now? We can easily see what j and k are now. Let me change the, okay. So we can easily see what j and k are because, so on the left side, we've got x to the power of 13/5, where on the right side, we have x to the power of j/5. So therefore, j in this case equals 13, okay? And then if we look at y, we've got 9/4, and then that would be equal to y to the power of k/4. So obviously k, well, I don't know how obvious it is, but in this case, k would be 9. So again, they are asking for not just j or k. They want you to take it further a little bit. So they actually want to know the value of j minus k. So basically, it's going to be j minus k, or 13 minus 9. And I get 4. So I did not see if it's the correct answer or not, but it probably is. I got 4. Okay. So does anybody have any questions? Like I said, I ran a little bit ahead. I actually did not think that we're going to be done so quickly with the first 3 problems. So next time, I think I'll maybe look for a couple more problems just in case we go so fast. So yeah, just in case we go so fast. So, but hey, we're running a little bit ahead. So exponents, they can be hard, but actually they're pretty easy as long as you know the rules of exponents, right? Okay, so I guess I got the answers. No questions? Not really. Okay, good. So let's see. We have like maybe 5 more minutes, and let me see if I can pull up a more appropriate problem for linear equations this time. So this way, we don't go into some other topics. Okay, so this is a linear equation, pretty simple. We can solve that one. So let me just get rid of this stuff here, and then I'll post it. Okay. Okay. So this one says the vertical line in the XY plane shown above passes through the point -3, 4. Which of the following is an equation for the line? Should be pretty simple, right? So it would definitely be x because it's crossing through x. It's not even touching y. So therefore y is not even a player in this equation. It would have to be x equals something because as you can see, it's crossing um, the x. Yeah, the x, not the y. So, and we know that, let's see, we know that the first term is x when we write it down as a coordinate, and the second term is y, right? So we know that has to be -3. So pretty obvious. It would be x equals, I mean, just the way it is, x equals -3 because it's not touching y. So y is not even in the picture, right? So and x is passing through -3 along the on the x-axis. So therefore, the equation is x equals -3. So why would it be y? Why would it be not be y equals -3? Well, let me use another color. Maybe I can show you. So where would be y equals -3? Well, it would be somewhere over here. It would be somewhere over here, going kind of like this. This because y, this is y-axis, this is somewhere like that, -3. So this right here, this line here would be y equals -3, right? So, and obviously this equation is a completely different, it has two terms in there. It has two terms in there. It's obviously passing through let's see. So if we just use the y-intercept, I mean y-intercept slope form or slope y-intercept form, it would be y equals -3x plus b, or b would be 0, right? So if we try to plot it, let me try plotting it with a different now color. So if we try plotting it, it would basically be y would be 0, so it would be somewhere over here, the intercept. It would be intercepting at 0. And then, let's see, and then -3x, so the slope is going to be -3 divided by 1. So you go 3 down and 1 over. It would be somewhere like that. So I guess our our line would be, oops, I cannot draw a straight line on this thing. Let me see if I can draw a straight line better this way. It would be going kind of like this. Like this. Okay, so so that's, I guess this is about time. So I hope you guys found this session useful. Another thing is I just started this program, so that's why it's free, and I'm actually practicing on you guys. You guys are my guinea pigs, so I hope you don't mind that because I think it's a valuable program for you guys too. But anyways, I really want to get your feedback as far as what you think about the classes, if there is anything I could improve, you know, if there is something else you want to see, or just about anything. I really would appreciate if you know, if you drop me a line. There's all the updates, all the email updates that I send you guys, you can just reply to them. I think I will get them. So it's also a new system for me. So anyways, but yeah, I will really appreciate any feedback that you guys give me. So, and yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. And otherwise, it is 20 till 9, and we had a good 40-minute session. I hope you found it useful, and I hope I will see you guys on Wednesday. And tell your friends, tell all your friends, they can all sign up, and the more the merrier, right? So anyways, thank you for attending. I appreciate you guys coming. And oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Wes. Yes. Thank you for coming. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Okay. So hopefully you all can make it. Okay. Bye.